Joyride. Call Axe today.
Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
Like in sports, it takes a great team to protect you, your family, and your business. MVP Insurance is that team. From home and auto to life and commercial insurance, you can count on us for coverage that adapts to your needs.
We're committed to excellence for our clients' experience and in serving our community.
It's a winning combination.
MVP Insurance. Don't get left on the sidelines. Log on to mvpins.com or call today to get your free quote.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
We are live at Neshannock for the junior high football championships, the Tri-County Championships between Laurel and Neshannock. Neshannock comes in tonight with a 7-0 record, while Laurel comes in at 6-1. Hi, everyone. I'm Tim Continental, along with Eric Thomas, bringing you today's game here, and we'll suppose right now for tonight's national anthem. And that's tonight's national anthem as we get ready for tonight's junior high championship here in Neshannock, as the Lancers will be hosting the Spartans from Laurel, who come in at 6-1. Neshannock 7-0 in this Tri-County championship. As looking forward to today's game. We talked about this in the past, Eric, how important it is to build a program, and this is where program building begins.
Yeah, if you watched this earlier tonight on our podcast, you heard Mike Bonjavengo, the head coach in Neshannock, talk about what they do with their program. And guys, third grade, fourth grade, all the way up, same play, same formation, same mindset. That's what you have to do nowadays if you want to build these teams. If they're going to be associated with your high school program, very important to make sure that you're all on the same page, get these guys ready. Not only is this game about a championship tonight, this is about making sure these guys are ready for the next level, and we get a good glimpse of what the future for both these programs is going to be like tonight.
And just to remind our viewers, if you haven't watched a junior high game, the quarters are only 8 minutes long. And we're going to see really a lot of a run game primarily. You'll see some passing, but it won't be as what you see at the varsity level. But you'll see opportunities where you'll see design plays that are really similar to what you'll see at the varsity level.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of running. It's going to be a lot of getting behind the offensive line. They do try to simplify some things for these guys, but there are two really good quarterbacks in this game, and Carson Mahoney for Laurel and also Jared Corey for Neshannock. Jared Corey, maybe both programs at the varsity level are going to have replacement needs next year for the starting quarterback position. So this could be a bit of an audition for these guys, too. You never know anymore. If you get a chance to get a guy and get him in there for 3-4 years at any level of football, whether it's high school, college, whatever the case, a lot of coaches are doing that now. So we are, even though we may not see the 20 or 30 attempts a game from these two guys tonight, we may see a glimpse of what these two programs are thinking about quarterback-wise next year, too.
Should be an interesting matchup between these two schools as we get ready here, as the coin toss has been done, and it has been won by Laurel, and Laurel will receive, and they will be going left to right on your devices here tonight. And they'll start tonight's game on offense, as both schools getting ready for this championship game here from Neshannock. Neshannock, of course, in all red, and the Spartans in the white tops trimmed in green in the green trousers. So should be a great ball game here. As I mentioned earlier, Neshannock 7-0, and Laurel coming in at 6-1 for this Tri-County Championship.
Get a chance to talk to Laurel varsity head coach Brian Cooper coming up at halftime tonight. Give you a little bit of insight on what's going on in his mind as he gets ready for the big showdown with Neshannock on Friday night. So that'll come up at halftime, and we look forward to that.
All right, we're going to tee the ball up here at the 40-yard line. Ethan Alt will be doing the honors kicking the ball here for Neshannock as he tees it up right on the X in the middle of the field at the 40-yard line. 8 minutes on the clock.
Good crowd on hand for both sides here tonight, too, as you'd expect between these two communities.
Here's the kick. It's a little squib kick down the middle, and it's going to come to a stop about the 38-yard line. Be followed on there and advance to the 40, and that's it. It'll be first down and 10 for Laurel at their own 40-yard line. So Laurel will start first down and 10 at the 40 with 7:59 here to play.
How about 18 times this Laurel team's been a champ at this level? They are pretty much the gold standard. It's been a long time since Neshannock was able to snag one of these. Laurel won it in 22 and 23, and they've won it all the way back 18 times dating back to 1988.
Laurel's offensive line is Dallas Akins, Austin Kendall, Chase Campbell, Nolan Dorr, and Colton Stillwagon. At quarterback is Mahoney, and they're going to run to the right and get it up to the 45-yard line, and I believe that was Austin Hinkle on the carry.
Jace McVicker.
Jace McVicker.
He's one of the more talented ones on this team. Of course, the name McVicker carries over to that varsity. We'll talk a little bit about the varsity sides here tonight, because this is really the future. And again, we've seen so many guys in this game in the past end up being a big-time performer at the varsity level. Tony Geiwitz comes to mind. He was an MVP in this game when he was in junior high. He's now one of the stars in the Laurel varsity team. So Jason McVicker gets his team off to a good start, 5-yard gain, and he's one of the stalwarts on this offense.
Wing on both sides. Underneath center is Mahoney as he hands it off. This time it is Hinkle, and Hinkle goes all the way down, and the ball gets loose, and a fumble recovered by Neshannock at the 41-yard line. So the defense for the Lancers coming through the big hit and recovery.
Luca Parada came up with a loose ball for Neshannock. That ball poked out as he was going to the ground. There's the LCAP replay. Watch the very tail end of it. Tough to see who had the hit on him. I think that might have been Jared Corey who was able to put that fist in there and knock that ball out, and then Parada is able to pounce on it. Neshannock in business.
So Neshannock will come to the line in shotgun. Jared Corey at quarterback. He'll bring the back to his left. Now he'll do a quick throw out and complete it. And it'll be about a yard loss. Nice defense there for the Spartans making the play.
Austin Kendall coming up to make the tackle. Here's a good look at the replay again. So they throw right away. And again, you said it, Tim. These guys aren't going to challenge you deep downfield like we will see at the next level. They're still trying to develop and work their way in it. But interesting, though, Corey's a guy who was on the Neshannock roster this year at the start of the season. And you looked at it and you were like, I got 2 number 3s, and one of them is a quarterback, and he's a freshman. Like, what's going on here? Well, this is the kid on display here tonight running this offense.
4 receivers set in the shotgun. Corey back to pass again. He's going to look downfield. He's going to fire. Has a man open, a little too tall as he throws it out to the right. Looking, I believe, there for Owens.
Yeah, a little too high on that throw that time. Corey's got good frame for a junior high player. See the arm right away. And he's not that low to the ground type of quarterback that we see Neshannock's varsity have with Gino Mazzacco. He looks like he's going to sprout up a little bit and could end up being a nice 6'2", 6'3" prototype size quarterback at the next level.
So 3rd down and 12 coming up here for the Lancers. 2 receivers out to the right, wing to the left. They'll bring one in motion, and they'll run the sweep. Get it outside, and he's going to be trampled in the backfield. Brought down for a loss, about 5 on the play.
Alex Hinkle leading the charge that time, and what a surprise that a Laurel defense would be fundamentally sound and stay at home to make the play.
Yeah, look at that as they swarm into the backfield, making that play, forcing this punt. And standing at their own 40-yard line to receive it. Single back to receive. And we got a whistle stopping the play before it started. We have a false. They're going to call offsides on the offense. At least that's the single. And they'll mark off 5 yards. So Neshannock off to a difficult start here as they're now back at their own 29-yard line, and they started this drive at their own 41, and they'll punt the ball away here on 4th down. Good snap and a slow line drive kick. Going to bounce at the 45, roll down close to the 36. Picked up there as they bring it back. That is Corey with the return, and he brings it across the 45 up to the 47-yard line.
Ends up being a good kick because they got the bit of the bounce, even though it went back in towards the field of play, and Laurel was able to get a return on it. Good special teams there by the Spartans, good awareness, and sticking with that ball. Sometimes, it is a little slick out there tonight. Just went for a little walk around the field before we went on the air, and it is a little damp. It's very cold out in the field, 43 degrees at kickoff. And, the wind is blowing a little bit out there, too. We could see some sprinkles tonight. So you got to watch that, the way the field might play out. Those turf fields sometimes can get slick in this type of weather.
Again, double wing look. Handoff goes to the back. Ball's loose again, picked up by Neshannock. And let's see, they call it down? Yes, they did. Saying the play was down before the ball came loose. And the ball will be placed at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, good call there. Clearly down. But how about that Neshannock defense? They're ripping at it. That's twice now.
Second down and 12 coming up here for Laurel.
There's just so much pride in these two programs, and then getting to play on a big stage here. Games being broadcast. You're at the high school facilities. You get to work out at the high school facilities
look at this
tonight.
crowd. I mean, you're looking on both sides. Both of the main stands are filled. It's pretty impressive. Money in underneath center, takes the snap, and he'll hand off. Oh, big hit in the backfield. Austin Hickle got hit 2 yards deep.
Alex Paglia, he just laid the helmet right on him as he got the handoff. It's kind of funny seeing Laurel run a wing T because we don't see that at the next level. It's more of a spread, and everybody gets to chip in. But, man, this fundamentally sound defense on both sides. Watch this hit by Paglia. Right in the middle, and bang. That young man's got a bright future. He's making plays like that.
Third down and 14 coming up here for Laurel. And we'll see the shotgun for the first time today here for. And that's going to get snapped over the head of Money. He'll pick it up, and he'll lose the ball again. And Neshannock has jumped on it at the 25-yard line. Oh, my, what a start here for Neshannock's defense. 2 times they forced a turnover, that time on a bad snap. And then Money gets back the ball, and they get stripped immediately around the 26-yard line.
Part of football is taking advantage of what your opponent gives you. And Laurel that time, the high snap, you mentioned it. This was a busted play from Jump Street. And then there's the swarm of red shirts again. Nobody back there to really help out Mahoney, but this is Neshannock defense now. And so much of this game at this level too, Tim, is going to be about field position. And, we talked about clock and running it and getting behind your line, but field position is a big deal here too. These guys, thrive on the short field, take advantage of it. This is a golden opportunity here for the home side.
Hazlick will take the handoff. He'll go right side. He's going to get close to the 25-yard line.
Seen a lot of dudes on both sides fired up here early on, trying to make plays. Austin Kendall that time was able to stay at home and make the play. Good read by him to follow the run.
So far, each defense has been very good on first down.
Yep.
Making plays, putting teams behind the sticks a little bit.
Yeah, we've had, maybe a max of 5 yards gained on a first down. That's been the biggest play on a first down so far.
Here comes Neshannock. Second down and 10 from the 26. Corey will take the snap in shotgun. Hand off to Measlick as he drives forward. And again, a defense just swarmed to the ball here for the Spartans for no gain.
And again, Nolan Dorr staying home. Watch him right in the middle, number 38. He got good penetration against that offensive line. Right now, I know Neshannock's had the 2 turnovers, but at least through the first, 6 minutes or so, it seems like Laurel's really asserting itself up front and controlling that line of scrimmage.
4 wideouts, 2 left, 2 right. 1 side guard in the backfield. Back to pass is Corey. He'll fire. He has a man open. A nice defense as they get the hand in, knocking that away.
Braden Presnar sticking that hand in there right at the last minute. Was sort of draped on the side of him. Watch the coverage. It's bottom of your screen, how he comes almost back across the play. He's beaten on the play and has to recover from the back side of it and sticks that hand up in there. Gets that left hand in there at the last minute to knock that away. Excellent defensive play.
So 4th down, they'll go for it from the 26. Actually, we're going to get a timeout. So we'll get a Ponce Shirts timeout, and we'll keep it right here. With 2:11 to play here in the first quarter, Neshannock has gotten their second turnover from their defense, this time deep in Laurel territory, but the Spartans defense has come up big on 3 consecutive downs to force a 4th down and 10 from the 26-yard line.
So many times, and a lot of these high schools and the programs have all gotten on the same page around the state now, and you see so many of these affiliated schools, back in the day, like where I'm from in the eastern part of the state, Harrisburg, we had so many like Catholic schools and they all played each other. We had so many public schools and they all played each other. And now you're seeing like powerhouse programs like Bishop McDevitt. They get the youth program going from 5th up now to the varsity level. Central Dolphins got their footprint in at Linglestown Junior High, and you're starting to breed these guys like all the way through, and that's what these two teams are doing. And this, both these coaches are highly invested in getting these guys ready for the next level. And you just sense like so much pride between these two communities, these two teams here tonight, trying to battle
Corey
this out.
will go deep to the end zone, and it's going to fall incomplete. And they'll turn the ball over on downs with 2 minutes, 4 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
Trying to get that to Nick Wozniak. He threw it a little too inside, and Wozniak was outside. Defender couldn't make a play back towards the ball to make an interception. So good stop there by the Laurel defense, and Corey showing off his arm, but just not on target with one of his top weapons.
So Carson Mahoney at quarterback. Your running backs so far have been Austin Hickle and Jace McVicker.
And so far, Trevor Mazlak, the running back from Neshannock, 250 yards a week ago, and he has not had much of a factor in this game so far.
This is Buswell on the carry, and he's going to pick up a couple here. And on first down, and it'll be second down and let's get it 7. Give him 3 on the play. And I'll bring up a 2nd and 7 coming up here for Laurel.
Parada making the stop again. He's been busy early on. He had that fumble recovery on the first drive for Laurel tonight.
Your split in is Braden Presner. Your offensive line, as we mentioned earlier, is Akins, Kendalls, Campbell, Dorr, and Stillwagon for Laurel. There's another inside handoff. He squeezed through that defensive line to pick up about a yard on the play, maybe 2.
Sent Buswell in motion there, trying to throw off the defense as he comes around the one end and then to go inside handoff. Good way to try to pick up 2-3 yards. You can nickel and dime defenses that way when you run this style of offense, but Neshannock's defense just standing tall early on.
So 3rd down and 5. Ball at the 31-yard line for Laurel. And Money underneath center. He'll roll out, and the defense is right there, and the ball's loose again. And it's again recovered by the Lancers. Oh my, this Lancers defense playing fantastic. 3 times they forced turnovers here in the first quarter.
Trey Kissick blew the play up, got right after Mahoney from the snap. And you'll see him just blow right through everybody. There's the pressure. Gets by the block, sheds it. Mahoney couldn't hang on to it, and now Neshannock with 32 seconds left. Prime position once again. That's the 3rd Laurel turnover here in the first quarter.
And Neshannock will start this drive in the red zone.
Look at the backfield too. You got Kissick in there now as a fullback lead blocker.
Underneath center is Corey. And we're going to have a offsides against the defense. And I'll move the ball to the 7-yard line. So 1st down and 5 here for Neshannock. Let's see what they try to do here on 1st down inside the 10-yard line. They still line up in that power eye look with Corey underneath center. 3 backs. They'll throw it out wide, though, and they'll clip it and get to the end zone. Touchdown! Nick Wozniak on the reception, takes it into the end zone for the touchdown.
It's a brilliant disguise on this touchdown because you bring in the heavy set with Kissick as the extra blocker. You think they're going like old school Michigan with that deep eye, and the lead blocker, the lineman in there blocking in the backfield, and instead a little screen out to the near side. Wozniak knew he had one-on-one, and he was able to beat his man to the pylon.
Alt in for the point after. Here's the kick. And it is low and blocked at the line of scrimmage. No good, but we have our first score of the game with 29 seconds left here in the first half. It's 6-0 Neshannock. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
And here's Alt with the squib kick down the middle, and this will get to about the 33-yard line. They'll bring it upfield, and it's continuing to move cross midfield as they get it all the way down to the 47-yard line. Running that ball back was Austin Hickel. As get a nice return into Lancers territory, right up the middle. Just filtered it and took it about 20 yards on that kickoff return with 20 seconds remaining here in the first. So Laurel's offense back on the field. They've already had 3 turnovers in today's game and only trailed by 1 touchdown. Braden Presner's the wide receiver. He's out to the right. Wing to the right, 2 in the backfield with Moaning underneath center. And they'll run out to the right. And that is McVictor, and he'll get across the 45 down to about the 44-yard line. He'll pick up about 3 on the play and bring down 3rd down and 7 coming up here. And that's the end of the first quarter. So we've played one here from Neshannock with the Lancers leading by 6. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Attorneys Parada, Jones, and McCree are dedicated to giving their clients the best chance at a positive result. From personal injury, criminal and corporate law, real estate, municipal law, to wills and estates, their team will work with you through every step of the legal process. With Parada, Jones, and McCree, excellence is our guarantee.
First play goes up the middle here. It's going to gain about 3 yards here in the second quarter. So we're underway here in Neshannock, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 5.
So in the first 8 minutes, we saw 3 Laurel turnovers, and we saw Neshannock take advantage of it on a short field almost twice, but they definitely cashed in on the last one. You don't have a lot of time in these junior high games, like 8-minute quarters, so you got to make sure every possession from here on out for Laurel counts. No turnovers if you're the Spartans. Take care of the ball, get a good drive going here, and even this thing up.
2 receivers out to the left, wing to the left side. Shotgun here for Carson. Ramoni. He'll throw it deep, has a man open, falls incomplete. Chase McVictor was the intended receiver.
So they motion here, and you think this is going to be like a little flare out, and they run almost a pick there on the near side with Presnar and Buswell. And then the pump sold by Mahoney. Nice job by the young man to pump fake and put some air on that thing and get it down the field. Just a little off on the timing, but what a cleverly designed play. You think that's going to be a little swing out, a flare to Buswell. And then that pump sold the defense, and he had a guy deep, just couldn't connect.
Well, Laurel in punt formation. They're going to play her on late. And a high snap over the punter's head. He'll pick it up. He's going to have to make a move, and he can't quite get back. He'll go down at the 39-yard line. Another turnover on downs for Laurel as the special teams have let them down here on that snap and on that punt. Instead of trying to pin Neshannock deep, they're going to get excellent field position starting at, the 39-yard line.
Yeah, again, good starting field position for this Neshannock team. Got to capitalize on it again. We said it, a third of this game is what your opponent gives you. It's what you do, what your opponent does, and what you take advantage of if your opponent does something. They always say there's three phases, the offense, the defense, and the special teams. I go the other way. I say it's what you do, what they do, and what you take advantage of when they do it.
Corey in shotgun, two receivers to his right with a wing to the right side. He'll keep and go to the left. And go to the short side, get to the corner, and turn it upfield and pick up a few yards up to about the 35-yard line. Nice individual effort there by Corey going to the short side of the field. Picks up a couple nice blocks there to get to the edge.
It's a good run by Corey, showing off his ability to – we know he can throw the ball. We saw him do it earlier in the game, even though he didn't connect. But, him being able to run the ball, they're going to need to see that at the next level too. That's part of the game is now these mobile quarterbacks. You're not just a standard drop. Remember when there used to be you were either a drop back guy or you were like a versatile option guy.
Right.
And now it's a mesh. Now you got to be everything. You got to be able to run. You got to be able to pass. There isn't these statuesque just straight drop back guys. You got to be able to motor now if you're a quarterback.
So Jared Corey in shotgun. He'll hand it off. They'll get some room up the gut. He'll break it to the 20, down to the 10, keeps his feet and runs into the end zone for a touchdown. Getting in for the score, number 28, Trevor Maislick, as he was able to break containment at the line of scrimmage, keep his balance as he broke forward. Watch this run here. And last ditch attempt at the 15-yard line, couldn't get him as he runs into the end zone for the score to tie this game, extend the lead to 12 here.
The Laurel team the Neshannock team that averages 35.5 a game. That's the 12th rushing touchdown for Maislick this season. And, man, he was just able to extend, got those legs working, got that momentum behind him, and was able to outrun the outstretched arms. They're going to go for two here and chase the point.
I'll hand it back up at the middle and get into the end zone for the twos. And it's now 14-0 Lancers with 6:43 here to play in the second quarter. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll have more here on LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Joseph's Marketplace is Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Fresh meats and produce, full-line deli, homemade foods, and much more. Joseph's Marketplace has hot foods prepared every day. They also have Newcastle favorites like grape leaves, hummus, and wedding soup available daily. Follow Joseph's Marketplace on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates or stop in to see what's cooking each day. Come hang out at the brand new cafe and bakery, full of great coffee, drinks, sandwiches, snacks, sweets, and free Wi-Fi. In a rush? Go to josephsnc.com and place your cafe order online. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915.
Ethan Alt has it teed up at the 40-yard line with 6:43 to play in his second. Another squib kick, and this is going to be a high bounce. It's loose and picked up there by Presner, and he's going to reverse field. Presner will get to the 45, up to midfield, and down at the 48-yard line. Nice run there by Braden Presner, making a good effort there for Laurel.
Need a spark, and special teams is a good way to get it. And get a nice return out of it. They're already into Neshannock territory. Now this is a situation in which Laurel up front, this is an offensive line that is predominantly seventh graders. This line will be together next year and then in the future. So this is an important time right now for that unit to gel and put something together here, get a nice drive, control that line of scrimmage, give Mahoney time to throw if he wants to, but make sure they got everything blocked up. This aggressive Neshannock defense is showing pressure.
Handoff goes to the back. He gets across the 45 down to the 42-yard line. And has Buswell on the carry.
Nick Wozniak, a big-time hit. But that's a good run on first down. That's one of the better plays we've seen on first down tonight. You mentioned it a couple minutes ago about lack of success on first down. Well, there's 6 yards. So you get a good return. You're into Neshannock territory. And then the Spartans' offensive line opens a couple holes, and you get 6 on first down. That's the recipe they need to follow.
Mahoney underneath center. And he'll hand up to a quick hitter up front, and he'll get to the 40-yard line on that quick hit with Hinkle.
It's a good mix. They're going to actually, they gave him a bad spot
Yeah.
there. He had forward progress down to the 40.
Yeah.
But I like the mix-up in the play there, though. Just go right quick hitter up the middle, try to get 3-4 yards, pick up the first down. If you can find a little bit of space in the middle there. This is going to be 4-down territory regardless, so you can do what you want here on third because you know you're likely going to go for it on fourth down.
10 seconds on the play clock. Three seconds. They're not going to get this off. They're going to have a delay of game, or did they call a timeout?
Called
A timeout just in time. A Ponchos Insurance timeout saves the penalty, and it'll stay 3rd down and 3. And that is a huge timeout there by the bench because they weren't going to get that play off in time.
No, they weren't, and you can't afford to lose the 5 yards right now if you're Laurel. Everything is a premium right now if you're the Spartans, so you got to make sure no pre-snap penalties, don't cost yourself any yardage. And we're talking about, in terms of game time, there's only 21 minutes and 3 seconds left, and you're down 2 scorers against what's been a really good defense for Neshannock, too. So they've got to make sure that this drive ends in 6. I don't think there's any question about it. This, again, 3rd and 3, you can do what you want because I firmly believe they're going to go for it on 4th down. I don't know that they want to risk the snap again on a punt, and I don't know that it matters because if you think about it like this, if you know you've had problems snapping the ball, you can't expect to have another failure like that. But what's the difference if you give it back to Neshannock here at the 41 or if you punt it?
Right.
They're going for it, I think, either way on 4th down if they don't pick this up.
They'll bring one in motion. They'll hand it off. It goes to the left side. And they're going to pick up that first down as they get close to the 36-yard line, maybe the 37. We'll see where they mark it, but that should be enough for a first down.
Yeah, that's going to be enough to move it. And that was really well blocked, too. Good sportsmanship there as the two, as Parada, or Wozniak, rather, and McVicker exchanged pleasantries. But that was a really well-designed play because they ran to the outside, and Neshannock showed pressure up the middle. They had it well blocked up the middle, allowed the running lane to open on the outside, and McVicker, showing the Jets, was able to turn that corner and pick up the yardage necessary for the first down. That's what, we say misdirection when you talk wing T, but that's what it's all predicated on.
It is. That's exactly what that offense is designed, is to try to get you looking one way and go the other. And there's another nice bounce there, picked up there by Hinkle, and he'll advance it for yardage. A nice play there. It looked like Moni was looking to pitch the ball, and at the last second decided maybe he shouldn't, and the ball got loose, and it took that Australian rules football bounce right into his hands. He was able to advance it.
I don't know if he was thinking that the outside runner was going to be there to pitch it to faster, but when he turned, he was committed to tossing it. You need things to bounce your way literally and figuratively in this game, and I don't know that you could have gotten a better bounce off of a football turf straight up into the hands of the runner and actually get 2 yards out of it. That's an impressive play. Now we got Mahoney is going to be in the wide on the far side.
Here's the snap and a handoff. No, they're going to run the quarterback keeper, and that, of course, was Braden Presner at quarterback, as you mentioned, and he's going to get close to the sticks.
Yeah, they brought Mahoney. He initially lined up wide or before the snap, and then he came in tight on the formation then to make sure he could block the edge, which he did. And just an excellent job running some old school option football. That's that's some Major Harris, that's some Tony Rice, that's some Don McPherson. That old school option football that we love to see in the late 80s.
So back at quarterback is Mahoney. He'll take the snap underneath center. They'll pitch it out wide. That is Hinkle, and Hinkle's going to go down the right side, get to the 20-yard line. Ball came loose, picked up by Neshannock, and it's going to be live, and this is going to go all the way for the touchdown. And this Neshannock Lancers team got his 4th turnover and a big defensive touchdown by Nick Wozniak.
This is really well designed on the run initially. Mahoney is out there blocking again, and look at how far down the field he gets to try to set the tempo on the block on that side again. And you can't tell who knocked it out because it's so far over on the other side, but the bounce right up into the defender Wozniak's hands. Tough to tell if he was down. It's stripped, and it looks like before he hits the turf. And Wozniak, we're going to hear that name a lot on Friday night too, racing down the field the other way, and this is getting out of hand here. This is really controlled by Neshannock. They got a fortunate break there.
High snap, and they'll do a broken play, and they'll throw it out wide and fall incomplete, so no good on the PAT, but it's a 20-0 lead here for the Lancers over the Spartans here in the junior high Tri-County Championships. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Neshannock's Maddie Arrow as the September Red Zone Female Athlete of the Month for finishing as section runner-up in girls tennis, the doubles champion in the section, and qualifying for states in doubles. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Neshannock's Rocco Baiuti as the September Male Athlete of the Month for finishing 3rd in the WPIAL Golf Championships and qualifying for states. Congratulations and best of luck to Neshannock's Rocco Baiuti and Maddie Arrow, the September Red Zone Athletes of the Month. Kick off the school year with a visit to Sims Cafe on Wilmington Road, serving breakfast, lunch, and signature beverages. Stop in, give them a call, or order online at simscafe.net. And remember, kids 10 and under get a free pancake or waffle every Saturday. With new specials weekly, it's no wonder Sims Cafe is where sandwiches equal smiles.
Ethan Alt tees it up to kick it off with 2:20 remaining here in the first half. And this will be kicked deep, and it'll bounce around the 30-yard line and roll inside the 20. Picked up there and by Hinkle, and he's down at the 21-yard line. Looked like it was Luca Parada who forced that fumble that was picked up and returned for a touchdown by Wozniak, and that touchdown is brought to you by Parada Jones McCree, as Parada Jones McCree, attorneys at law. Excellence is our guarantee. That was a fumble recovery going back for the house for Neshannock to make it 20-0, and that is brought to you by Joseph Murphy's Place for your drive summary. As this has been a first half dominated by the Lancers defense. As here comes Laurel. They pitch it out wide as Buswell, and he'll get it across the 23 up close to the 25-yard line and get pushed back. But they'll gain about 4 on first down and bring up 2nd down and 6 coming up here for Laurel.
Important now for this Laurel team to not get deflated. Things have not gone their way the first 9 minutes or so, but keep your head, keep poise. Try to get something out of it here, get a good drive, maybe work on some 2-minute here. They had a couple of nice plays on the last drive, particularly with Mahoney blocking from his receiver position. Run the option well. Even the run on the fumble that was returned for a touchdown was a well-designed play and a good run, a good play for this Laurel offense. Just keep your poise and keep working on what you want to work on here and try to get down the field.
Mahoney underneath center. They're going to hand it off. It's going to have room up the middle to the 30 to the 40. And all the way out to the close to the 45-yard line goes Austin Hickle again.
Yeah, That's a great run by Hinkle to keep this offense moving. And they needed a chunk play, too, because of how late in the clock this is getting. Still got 2 timeouts if you're Laurel, so keep that in mind. But they needed some chunk plays. They haven't really been able to find them. But, again, you go back to what they did on the last drive, Tim. They were really starting to work the ball down the field and block very well on the edges. That time they go up the middle. But you're starting to sense a little bit more momentum with this Laurel offensive line and this offense in general. They just need to keep it together for the duration of the drive.
Wing on the left side. Pitch straight back. That is Hinkle again. They'll get it up about another yard, about 4 yards there.
They're gonna hustle back to the huddle. And, I mean, we're down to 25 seconds. They still got 2 timeouts, and you got Mahoney going over to the sideline for the play.
Well, it looks like they may be willing to go in here at halftime and try to regroup.
Yeah, they don't have to run another play if they don't want to.
Yeah, it looks like that's the plan as the clock is going to wind down here the last 6 seconds here of the half. As Neshannock has dominated this first half, their defense causing all the turnovers and getting some scores as they lead 20-0 here at halftime. We're going to take a timeout. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Tonight, someone is cold, hungry, and forgotten. At City Rescue Mission, we're more than a shelter. We're a bright beacon of light in our community, serving those in need to make our community stronger and healthier. We offer real help and real hope, and that hope is Jesus. We serve him by serving others in love, grace, mercy, and compassion. But we can't do it without you. Be the reason someone's story is rewritten in Christ. Give today at cityrescuemission.org.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
And welcome back here at halftime. As Laurel's dance team, junior high dance team on the field here at halftime. 20-0 Lancers lead the Spartans here in a first half dominated by the defense of Neshannock, forcing 4 turnovers, scoring 1 on a fumble recovery, and setting up another one with the sack deep in Laurel territory on a fumble. And wow, what a first half for the for Neshannock.
Yeah, it really was. And I mean, they took advantage of short fields. Their defense played really well. Their defensive line was fantastic, getting pressure and getting home to make some plays. I thought Laurel found a little bit of momentum towards the end of the first half with a couple of those plays before the fumble. And unfortunately, they just couldn't capitalize on that drive on what I thought was maybe their best drive of the half. And otherwise, this is a game in which they're going to have to fight an uphill battle. And this Neshannock defense is really kind of shown its teeth. But speaking of Laurel, we're joined by Brian Cooper, the head coach of the Laurel varsity team. Sir,
How are you?
Good. Thank you very much for coming up here tonight at the half. We did talk to Coach Bonjavengo earlier tonight on our preview show, so we wanted to get both sides of it. Let's talk first about this game, what you're seeing from some of your future players here, and some of your thoughts on what they're doing out there.
They've done a great job all year getting them to this point. Right now we're shooting ourselves in the foot with the turnovers in the first half, but I'm sure Coach Germansky will make some adjustments and make a good run at it here the second half.
It's good, both good showing by both communities here. We expected that, both rivals and everything.
Absolutely.
But nice little table setter for Friday night, I guess.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Friday night's a big night.
Let's talk a little bit about Friday night and your team right now. You guys are, and I said this earlier tonight, 365 days ago when you were getting ready for this game, you were playing your best football of the year, and you came here and Neshannock beat you guys up a little bit. They won by 20.
Yeah, they did.
This is a different Laurel team than it was back then, though. This is a much more mature team. You've talked about the maturity of some of these guys.
Absolutely.
And
for a lot of these guys, this is their third year starting, and
that's a big difference.
Definitely shows for the play this year. And we've been making a point to be a more physical team as we go out there, and so far they've been able to do that and control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the football. And to me, that's a big part of why we're successful right now, and we got to be able to do that against Neshannock, who historically likes to bring the house at you and challenge you with multiple looks as they go through that. So we got to make sure we can control the line of scrimmage, control their blitz packages, and hopefully be able to take advantage of that.
What did you see from Southside against this Neshannock team 2 weeks ago that you guys were able to use against them? I mean, that was a complete role reversal for that Southside team week to week the last 2 weeks.
We just kept challenging as far as, are we going to be the more physical team up front? And Southside likes to dominate with their wing tee and keep the ball and grind you, get 3 or 4 yards a pop. And, we challenged all week about that physicality again, and our line stepped up, and I thought played, great football against a good running attack team. And, Southside gives you different challenges with that wing tee offense that a lot of teams you don't see throughout the course of the year. You used to see it a lot more, and anymore you're lucky to play 1 or 2 teams, and it's just a different offense to defend as you're going through that. And I thought our kids stepped up big time. It took a little bit at the beginning. Southside had a good first quarter. They had a good game plan. And once we got to the speed of that wing tee, I thought we did a great job the rest of the game shutting them down.
Talk about your offensive line just for a few minutes, because I was so impressed all year long every time we get to see them, is that they keep a clean pocket. Every time Luca's back to pass, he doesn't get hit too often. And when you're asked to run block, they've been doing such a terrific job all season long.
I mean, you start at the anchor with Kevin Mahoney there at center. He's done a great job all year. Tyler Fuchs and Alex Medved at the guards. You got Caden Gnarly at the 1 tackle, and Casey Wilson's been playing great football all year long. So it's a solid group of kids with a lot of experience. The youngest kid, Fuchs, is an extreme talent, I think, and we're strong. And they're smart. They understand the game well, and they've been able to keep Luca pretty well protected. And again, talking about maturity, I think Luca's grown a lot too in understanding where blitzes are coming from and getting rid of the ball quickly when he needs to, moving around the pocket to buy himself a lot more time. And when you got receivers like Colt Carlson out there, making the plays he is, it makes it a nice dynamics, and they've been doing a great job all year with it.
When you came over to Laurel, you coached at Shenango prior, and then you went to Wilmington, but when you came over to Laurel, I believe at Shenango you had one of the top passing offenses in the WPIL, correct?
Yeah, back with Rocco Colavecchio back in 2006.
So, what have you tapped into with Luca this year, and what is there's a couple quotes from you today in the story about him in the paper, but tell us a little bit about what's made him the quarterback that he is this season, what he's doing better this season, and just about, maybe some comparisons to your past when you've had a good passing team.
Rocco, much like Luca, started for 3 years, and that maturity growing through it and understanding it. The difference that year, we had to throw the ball about 60 times a game back in 2006, where we can run the ball a lot more effectively this year. And we wanted to be a 2-headed monster this year. We wanted to be able to throw the ball, and run the ball both effectively. But talking about Luca and his ability to grow, again, I go back to him starting as a 10th grader, and then last year you saw him grow leaps and bounds, and he's just matured that much more this year. And that's, to me, what you're seeing out on the field, the product of that development for the last 3 years. And he's reading defenses extremely well. He's not making too many bad throws. You're not going to be perfect, but before he used to dwell on a bad decision, and now he looks forward to the next play. And to me, that's a very important aspect for a quarterback in their development.
I go back to last year because we did the first game of the year when you played Elwood, and that went down to the wire and the loss like in overtime in the last second. We also did the game the next week when you guys played Mohawk, and he came back like gangbusters and lit them up. Like, was that like a turning point for him, or I mean, is it just basically he's a 3-year guy and he's learned and learned and learned, or was that sort of like a turning point for him?
I think as far as him as a competitor, that and then a couple weeks later, Bishop Canavan, he had a great game against them last year, and you just see that confidence continue to grow. And the receivers growing with him, and their ability to get open and running the routes properly and understanding where they need to sit down in coverages instead of pushing into the next guy. So to me, it's an all-around transformation, but definitely he's grown a lot with maturity and his confidence and his ability to do what he needs to do out there.
Talk about your defense just for a moment, because it's been really lights out. I mean, coming in last week, you were only giving up 9 points per all game. Take on a Southside team that's averaging 35 points a game, and you held them to 7. And in an offense, like you say, you don't get to really practice against that often anymore, unlike you did a few years back. And just talk about how lightning they've played. This has really been fantastic.
To me, it starts with your front four, and those guys that I talked about on the offensive line between Mahoney and Wilson and Fuchs and Medved are playing a great job up front and being physical and not allowing the teams to get pushed. And then you throw Colton Carlson and Jack Miles at inside linebacker. Jack's having a tremendous year again. He broke our all-time tackling record. And then a couple sophomores, McVicker and Sherman and Ethan Amilla at the outside linebacker. I mean, you're always worried about sophomores being on the field, and they're playing like seniors out there. And then J.J. McBride is our general in the secondary, doing a great job. And Braden Faulkner and Tony Guyewitz, I think, has like 4 or 5 interceptions.
Yeah, Tony, he's been great. He's been fantastic.
So you have a great mixture of 10th grade talent who've really grown in understanding because these seniors are helping them develop faster, and great senior leadership and that physicality again.
Last thing we'll ask you, how much fun's this season been for you?
I'm sure it'll be when you look at it at the end of it. Each week brings about a different challenge in trying to keep them focused, even though this team, I think, is very focused. But you're just kind of working that the entire time. And they're a joy to be around. They work hard every day. I got 4 or 5 guys every night after we're done running sprints, still running sprints out there. And a lot of them are linemen.
I need that kind of motivation myself.
Don't we all? But, to me, those are the little things that are going to help our program continue to be successful in the future.
We'll see you Friday night, sir. Thank you for coming up here. I hope you enjoy the second half of this, and we'll talk to you then.
Absolutely. It's a lot warmer up here.
It sure is. Brian Cooper, the head coach of the Laurel varsity team. We'll see him on Friday night against Neshannock for the Big 7 title.
And it runs straight through the defense there and pick up a first down was Trevor Mazlik, as he did it again here for Neshannock on that first down carry.
I think you'll see Neshannock in the second half, Tim, come out and just try to work the clock and go on a lengthy possession and just put this thing away. There's maybe work on something, maybe show something that you haven't used yet or whatever, but I do think that they're going to try to wear some clock here and just try to, as once said by a famous coach, matriculate their way down the field.
2 receivers going to go out to the left, wing to the right. Shotgun here for Corey. And he'll keep, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage for a little gain. And he'll bring up second down and long coming up here for the Lancers.
Yeah, you're just seeing, the edge get cut off there, and then when Corey cuts back, all those white shirts are able to plug the gaps and make sure that there was no room for him to run. But that's what I'm saying. There's no reason to take any chance at this point with the 8-minute quarters, and here we're almost 2 minutes gone in this third quarter. You may see Corey run the ball a little bit more, and I think maybe Neshannock will pick its way for a couple first downs, and then in a shorter field, maybe take a chance to put this thing out of reach.
Shotgun again here for Corey. And they're going to throw it out wide. And he'll make the catch, and he's going to break it as he gets across the 45 down to the 40, all the way down to the 36-yard line. Nick Wozniak made that first player miss and then had to be caught from behind before he picked up that first down.
Yeah, some jets on that young man. And we saw him one-on-one for that touchdown. Even though it was a short field, beat his guy to the pylon, and there we see again that little flare out, that screen, and he's just able to turn on the jets and pick up the necessary yardage. He's a nice-looking player. I like what we're seeing out of Jared Corey, too. He's showing him some poise and making some good reads and good decisions out there.
So Corey in shotgun. Move the back to his right. And he'll hand it off. It'll go right up the middle. That is Maislick again, as he's going to get across the 35, down close to the 30-yard line. Pick up about 8 on the play.
Yeah, good run right up the gut, trying to run at the teeth of that Laurel defense, and this Neshannock offensive line is starting to show its mettle here too. Brecken O'Connor at the right tackle, good block. Trey Kissick's had himself a whale of a game on the interior line. He has really won a lot of battles in this contest tonight. And again, right reads and drawing up the right plays here at the right time. I'm impressed with what we've seen from this Neshannock team. This Laurel team isn't going to give up, but I'm really impressed with what we've seen from this Neshannock team here tonight.
2 receivers to the right. They'll move the running back to the right side, and they'll fake the handoff, and then it will be Corey on the keeper. Goes right side, gets close to the 25-yard line.
Like he sold a little bit of a fake to the outside and then turned back up just outside the hash to get that yardage. He's a good player right there when he cut. He knew he had his man beat to the inside if he turned it up. And again, just a headsy player. This is an 8th grader. He's going to factor into this perhaps Neshannock quarterback situation next year at the varsity level, and he is showing why. He's right reads.
He's made excellent decisions. There's no question about it. 2 receivers now to the left side as we now played 4 minutes here of the third quarter. Handoff again up the middle. Maislick going to take it, dragging tacklers down to the 15-yard line. Oh my, what a nice run there for another first down.
Santino, Lambo, Gabe Ponziani, and Trey Kissick again on that interior line. They're picking away at Laurel in the middle of the field now. Laurel's got some speed on the edge. We saw that a few times in the first half, but now it's just power football up the middle. Hand it off to one of your best players. He's been a workhorse all year. 13 total, 14 total touchdowns counting tonight. He's got breakaway speed, and he's got potential to wear you down if you keep pounding him up the middle.
Same formation with 2 receivers out to the left. They move the back to the left-hand side. And again, hand off to Maislick as he goes forward close to the 13-yard line.
It's a nice job that time by Alex Hinkle, who tried his best he could to stay at home. And we got an injured Laurel player on the field.
Injury timeout. So 3:04 here to play. And they'll tend to the injured Spartan. Well, we take a 30-second timeout, and we'll come back with more right after this.
Nick's Auto Body, trust your body in our hands. From a scratch to a dent to a major repair, Nick's your man. Making your car look as good as new. Nobody does it better than Nick's Auto Body. Trust your body in our hands. Nick's Auto Body, trust your body in our hands.
Congratulations to our September LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Mohawk Boys Cross Country as the LCAP Team of the Month after winning their 2nd consecutive undefeated section championship. Congratulations to coaches Jared Stratton and Cam Shermer and the Mohawk Boys Cross Country team, the LCAP Team of the Month.
3:04 here to play in the third quarter. Neshannock on the move, facing a 2nd down and 7 from the 13-yard line, and we're going to have a timeout, I believe, on the field. May have been taken by the defense. I'm not.
I think Laurel did call that. Yeah, they did. There's 2 remaining on the board.
So that's another Pontus Insurance timeout.
Reminder that Friday night we'll be on the air around 6:30 from Laurel for that big showdown for the Big 7. It's pretty simple. If Laurel wins it, they are the outright conference champs. If Neshannock beats them, then it's a 3-way tie for the conference title. And they'll have to sort out
and
the seeds.
Chaos then happens.
Yes. Yeah.
That's my job, guys. I want to come on and just give a reminder that come playoff time, we're not guaranteed to be able to do these games all on the air. Certainly not necessarily be able to do them on our free broadcast like you're watching tonight. We got lucky tonight, like for the Neshannock soccer games going on, able to do it for free. Not always the case. We need your help. Please send us an email, lcsportsnet@lccap.org. Find out how you can advertise on LCSN for these playoff games. Help you get your team on the air.
So Corey in shotgun. Has the ball, has a man wide open at the goal line. Touchdown on the slant. Colt Colwert making the play from the split end area.
Yeah, that was a beautiful throw, and he beat his man off the line of scrimmage with a move to the inside. There was nobody deep to help. And see, that's, you want those like out routes and those side-to-side throws because that really measures the strength of a quarterback's arm. When you're this young, I want to see a guy just get behind one and rifle it, and that's exactly what Corey did there.
Throw the fastball there, and he
absolutely
number 1 did it. Exactly. They'll go for 2 here. And there'll be a timeout here by the Lancers. So another Pontus Insurance timeout. As we got 2:58 remaining here in the quarter, and that is I think a prototypical Neshannock drive for this team this year. Just methodically walking it down the field, run, and then all of a sudden get behind Jarek Corey and let him show off that gun that he has that you were just talking about.
Yep.
And he's been impressive tonight.
He really has.
That's the 2nd touchdown he's thrown here today. He had the quick one in the first quarter. He threw out on a little wide string, but that one there and a couple other throws tonight, really impressive for a 14-year-old.
Well, you remember the one that he threw deep. Now, he threw 2 of them deep that I thought were pretty impressive. The one he was looking for Nick Wozniak in the end zone, he just threw it 2 inside. If he throws that to the back pylon in the corner, when he gets older, he's going to have the strength to put it on that back pylon and let his guy go get it. But I was impressed with the arm strength on that, and he had another deep one in the first half that he couldn't connect that I was impressed with too. And that one, though, man, he got that foot planted, cocked that arm, and rifled that on the slant. That was pretty.
Single in the backfield. They'll bring 2 in motion. Pitch goes, and that is Maislick as he drives in. Can't quite get to the goal line, and that 2-pointer is no good. And our score, the Lancers 26, the Spartans 0. We're going to take a timeout. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my Axe driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
When you're looking for quality concrete services, contact the experienced professionals at Doran Concrete. Our company is family, locally owned and operated, and has been serving the community for over 30 years. Get residential or commercial concrete services for any size job. Our skilled professionals offer prompt and reliable services at an affordable price. We believe in the principles of honesty, integrity, and reliability. Get in touch with us for exceptional concrete services at prices that you can afford.
Ethan Alt to put his toe to it here. And it's a line drive kick to the 30-yard line. Fielded there as they bring it back across the 40, up to the 45-yard line, and down around the 46.
Alex Hinkle on the return. Tackled by number 9, Bean Owens.
So Laurel trailing by 4 touchdowns.
Laurel takes over first down on their own 47-yard line.
Now it's all about now just working on stuff.
I was going to just say that, yeah.
And just get something on the board. See if you can get a drive going here. You know, there's a lot you can learn from this. Last game these guys are going to play this season, so you might as well just try to throw everything you can at Neshannock, work on something, give your varsity coaches, for those that are going to be moving on, something to look at and decipher in the winter months, and see what you can get here in the last couple minutes.
Handoff goes to the deep back, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage for nothing more than that. It'll bring up second down and 10 coming up here.
Hinkle on the carry. Tackled by Corey.
Corey with the tackle. He's doing everything tonight.
Pitch out wide. That is Buswell as he's going to cross midfield. Get up to the 49-yard line. It'll bring up a third down and medium coming up here for Laurel.
Joey Keefe that time.
It's a scenario here that, again, as you mentioned, you're probably going to go on 4th down with the score what it is and where the ball is at. So you're looking just to gain yardage here. I mean, if you get half of it here, you know, try to bring up a 4th down in very manageable scenario. If you get the first down, that's even better.
Well, you know, a lot of these guys play Madden. I'd go for it on my own 1 on 4th down.
Yeah, look.
I don't care.
Exactly.
I don't punt.
Here's the snap. And I think we have some movement up front.
Looks like it's going to be against Laurel.
Yeah.
Against Laurel.
And I'll move it back 5 yards. And it'll become third down and 11.
These guys are simply planting the seed for what's going to be a really entertaining next 4 to 5 years between these two programs.
Oh, yeah. And that's the fun part of this Tri-County principals and conference that we got here. Because as we mentioned earlier in the podcast, these kids will know each other as the years go on.
We saw the cup earlier today.
Yeah, exactly.
So watch our podcast from earlier tonight.
Yeah.
We had the cup in the booth here.
The initial cup, the cup that will travel from school to school. We have another flag, and we're going to have a delay of game.
Yep.
So things that just have not gone Laurel's way here today.
No, the turnovers and then the miscues on the snaps, and you know, you get a couple of situations like this where you can't afford to give up the yardage too. I mean, look, there's everything you can work on in this situation. Quarterbacks have to work on timing, recognizing play clock. This is all about development. There really isn't a sore spot for losing, but you know, these guys continue to churn and work on things here.
McVicker on the carry and gets quite a bit in the back of the penalty yardage. And he gets it out to about the 46-yard line, bring up 4th down and 11.
No, and I like Laurel going to a no huddle too, something we haven't seen from them tonight.
Shotgun for Mahoney. They're going to do a double pass, it looks like. And he's going to get hit in the backfield and brought down. Oh, my.
Well, nobody went with Maislick, who was staying home and getting all over it. They actually had, for a moment, the coverage beat down the field. And we get a glimpse of it. The Neshannock defense had 2 back there on coverage, but for a split second, they had it beat. If they can get that pass off in stride, that's going down the field for 6. Well-designed play, but Maislick, who, much like Corey, just doing everything he needs to do for his team.
Well, Maislick has been on both sides of the ball here tonight for Neshannock, making some plays. First down and 10 here for the Lancers. 2 receivers out to the right, wing to the right side. Handoff goes up the middle. Maislick going to pick up a first down and continue to make the pile move all the way down to the 25-yard line.
Neshannock doesn't have to run another play if they don't want to. Replay again, he's getting second level, and he's getting good block at the line of scrimmage, and then Maislick just keeps those legs working, and it looks like Neshannock will wait until the fourth quarter to run another play.
So that's the end of the third quarter here in Neshannock with the Lancers leading by 26. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Nick's Auto Body, trust your body in our hands. From a scratch to a dent to a major repair, Nick's your man. Making your car look as good as new. Nobody does it better than Nick's Auto Body. Trust your body in our hands. Nick's Auto Body, trust your body in our hands.
Joseph's Marketplace is Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Fresh meats and produce, full-line deli, homemade foods, and much more. Joseph's Marketplace has hot foods prepared every day. They also have Newcastle favorites like grape leaves, hummus, and wedding soup available daily. Follow Joseph's Marketplace on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates or stop in to see what's cooking each day. Come hang out at the brand new cafe and bakery, full of great coffee, drinks, sandwiches, snacks, sweets, and free Wi-Fi. In a rush? Go to josephsnc.com and place your cafe order online. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated.
First down and 10, ball at the 25-yard line, and I'll run it up the gut again. And I'll get close to the 20-yard. Nice run there by Maislick.
You know, we've talked a couple times tonight about the impact that some freshmen have had on the Neshannock program. We talked with Coach Bonjavengo earlier tonight about that with his team too. I mean, Justin Edworthy played as a freshman, second leading rusher on the team this year as a sophomore. Joey DiMuccio has been fantastic for this team, this Neshannock team. There's going to be places for some of these guys, specifically Corey and Maislick next year when they get to the varsity level. They might be able to fit in some slots, and Coach Bonjavengo has not been shy about turning to freshmen in key moments and key positions for his Lancers team.
A little shuffle pass and get to the 20-yard line, get close to the 17. Paglia on the reception.
I think Jared Corey, I hate talking so much about next year because we've got a long way to go this season yet. But, you know, next season is going to start at some point.
Well, this is the
in
foundation.
November, December.
Yeah, this game's about the foundation that you're bringing up to the varsity level. You know, like not all the players, but all the 8th graders will be moving up.
Yep. Jared Corey, I think, is going to be in that conversation to be the starting quarterback next year.
I think that is a legitimate statement right there.
He gets a year in that conditioning or an off season in that conditioning program, gets the playbook, gets a little stronger physically, and maybe grows a little bit. He's going to be a problem.
Maislick running across the 10-yard line. And we're back into the red zone once again here for Neshannock. Ball at the 8-yard line, first and goal here. Corey will be underneath center this time. Maislick will dance into the end zone for a Piranha Jones-McCree touchdown.
Just right up the gut. This interior offensive line's been owning this team up front, this Laurel defense up front, really from the start of the late second quarter to all the way through here in the second half, and they just continue to pound it, and Maislick's having himself another monster night. 250 last week and 5 touchdowns, and he is having himself one heck of a night here again.
Ethan Alt in for the point after. Good snap and hold. Here's the kick. And it is up and through. So the point after is good with 5:32 remaining here in the fourth quarter. It's 33-0 Neshannock. Let's take a timeout. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Tonight, someone is cold, hungry, and forgotten. At City Rescue Mission, we're more than a shelter. We're a bright beacon of light in our community, serving those in need to make our community stronger and healthier. We offer real help and real hope, and that hope is Jesus. We serve him by serving others in love, grace, mercy, and compassion. But we can't do it without you. Be the reason someone's story is rewritten in Christ. Give today at cityrescuemission.org.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge.
Here's the kick. Another line drive kick is going to be fielded at the 24-yard line as they bring it up across the 30-yard line to the 32. Goes McVicker. So 5:26 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
And Laurel just, you got to think here, Tim, that they want to put something on film. They want to show something to some of these coaches at the next level, get some positivity out of this. You know, I know the scoreboard hasn't gone their way, but they can still, in the next 5:26, put something positive together here and get out of here with some points.
Here's the snap and a quick hitter. And he'll go across the 35 up to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, it's truly a shame that we're not going to see Carson Mahoney get to play behind his brother.
Yeah.
Because Kevin Mahoney is one of the best offensive linemen I've seen all season. I'd love to see him blocking for his younger brother. And Kevin Mahoney is, and I mean this with all due respect to that young man, he is a load up front. That is one big dude, and he has been pushing people out of the way.
Second down and 6, ball at the 36-yard line. Mahoney underneath center. And he'll keep. Get across the 40. Get close to the sticks. And he'll be just shy of the first down. Let's see if they give it to him. Yes, they're going to give the first down. And it'll be ball first down and 10 here for Laurel.
Good job by Mahoney to pull that down and take off and run. A little bit different of an offense, like we said earlier, than what Laurel runs at the varsity level, but they seem to like this wing T and really trying to get that offensive line, which again, 80% of the offensive line up front for Laurel tonight is 7th graders, so they're back next year. They're going to be a big, big plus for this team, and I know Brian Cooper probably can't wait to get some of those guys in that weight room. That's the next generation of the Spartans line up front.
Handoff goes up the middle, across the 45 up to the 46-yard line. Goes McVicker.
Could be looking at some 3-4-year starters on this offensive line in a couple of years here for the Spartans.
And you got to remember, as you mentioned, they're nothing but 7th graders up front for Laurel. So it's a great experience for them to play in a championship game and something to build on.
I'm sure some of those guys will get after it wrestling-wise, and
exactly.
They'll get back to work and start putting together an 8th grade season and a rapport. Watch their upperclassmen work towards a playoff win.
Throw across the 50 and complete it there to Presner. Braden Presner on the reception.
Mike Bongiovango said something earlier this week about, the Neshannock coaching staff here for the junior high team said something earlier this week about how the team got together last Friday on its own and held a players-only practice, which you don't usually see at this level. School was off, so they had an opportunity to all get together, and that just shows you what these guys are learning from these upperclassmen in the varsity programs, and really just trying to follow their lead and develop their own niche.
Hinkle on the move, down across the 35-yard line.
A good run by Hinkle. He's not giving up tonight. And neither is this Laurel offense. Again, somebody's going to win a title here tonight, but I don't. This is all about developing your skills and playing together with guys you're going to be with at the next level.
You want to finish off the year on a good note.
Yeah.
And one of the ways you can do that is if you can get down into the end zone here on your last drive of the year.
Yep.
Money will be underneath center. They'll have wings both left and right. Hinkle in the backfield. That is McVicker. McVicker to the edge, to the 20. Turns it upfield to the 10. Puts his head down, gets inside the 5. Let's see where they knock him out of bounds. I think at the 5-yard line.
Good run. Was patient, waited until his block set up when he hit the corner, and then just kept moving those legs down the field. Good run. Jace and his older brother, he's learning a lot from him too, who's had a heck of a year at the varsity level, but that was just a nicely done, set up nicely, patient run, and then turn on the jets when he gets upfield and finds the open space.
Here's the snap. They'll send it right up the middle, and that is Hinkle. And he's going to be just shy of the goal line. And we're down under a minute 20 here to play in the fourth quarter. So they just do a quarterback sneak here with Carson. He's such a big kid.
He does have good size for an 8th grader. Noticed that when they were warming up earlier tonight.
Here's the snap. They'll hand it off. Take it. It will be the quarterback going in for the touchdown, and Money, well, as he faked it up the middle and rolled out to his right and just scampered into the end zone untouched. Look at this. Nice handoff. Fake on the handoff and then rolls in.
A little bit of read there and sold it with the up man, and a little motion there to divert the defense, and nobody around that edge. It was sealed off nicely, and Mahoney puts his team on the board. So, go for 2 here, work on that. No point in kicking the extra point, down 33, so down 27 now, but
right. He'll pitch it out wide. He'll turn it inside and get into the end zone for the 2-pointer. Goes McVicker.
How about Mahoney on the pitch, and then he turns
and
right away and blocks. He's a lead blocker. That was a heck of a job by the quarterback to throw that, get that pitch. That pitch, we saw him struggle with it earlier tonight. Timing, it was there on that play, but then how his quick reaction to pitch it and then get upfield to block was just beautiful.
That is another Parada Jones-McCree touchdown here tonight. And a 33-8 lead now here for Neshannock. Good to see the Spartans get on the scoreboard here, as they were able to get that offense finally in gear where they didn't turn over the ball and were able to advance it downfield to get into the end zone here in the fourth quarter. So just under a minute here to play, actually 54 seconds if you want to be exact. And we'll get a little squib kick again, and he'll catch it and bring it down at the 39-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 here for Neshannock. So Neshannock is going to finish the season undefeated and with a tri-championship. Tri-County Championship here tonight at home, holding home field. And finishing off an undefeated season, which is always impressive. They'll take the knee with Corey. And that should just about do it. Time they put the ball down.
I got to
They
snap
might
it
have to do it one more
time.
time, yep. They'll have to do it one more time, and then the celebration of a Tri-County championship here for the Lancers. There's the snap and the kneel down, and that will do it. The clock will run out. The two sides will shake hands momentarily, but the big red machine here for the Lancers are going to celebrate a well-deserved undefeated season as they come away with a 33-8 win here over the Spartans from Laurel.
Super impressive tonight. Took advantage of short fields, pounced on a couple of turnovers, had a few bounces go their way on those turnovers. Started with Luca Parada, punched that first fumble out, and they were able to recover it. They didn't get any points in that drive, but they took advantage of the shorter field the next time. This team was very impressive, and they're led by a very impressive young quarterback who's got a bright future at the next level. And a very impressive running back, too, because Trevor Maislick showed out again tonight. He was fantastic.
Well, we got to see a lot of the future stars for both these two schools here tonight as Neshannock comes away and remains undefeated as they win the Tri-County Championship here, 33-8 over Laurel. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back with our Tri-County Principals post-game show. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
Being the home team, to playing at home. And at LGKG, we have been your home team for over 90 years.
We're more than just a law firm. We're your friends, your neighbors, an advocate when life takes an unexpected turn.
We're not just lawyers that practice law. We live in this community, just like you.
When you need us most, we're at our best.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my ex driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
Well, welcome back here to Neshannock for our Tri-County Principals post-game show. And what an impressive performance by these two schools, but most importantly, most impressive was Neshannock coming away with a 33-6 win in the Tri-County championship game at the junior high level. And their defense today was just outstanding, causing 4 different turnovers and just leading the way in the first half, as that was really the story of the ball game. A lot of different players making plays throughout the game, but it was the defense that set the tone here tonight.
Yeah, it really was. And we mentioned, Luca Parada had the big knockout early in the game. That sort of set the tone for it. A couple of bad snaps by Laurel that Neshannock was able to pounce on. And then even on the best offensive drive of the night for Laurel, they were stripped and Chris Wozniak went the other way for a touchdown. So they took advantage. We said it. There's what you do, what your opponent does, and how you react to what your opponent does. And Neshannock did that very well tonight. Looked impressive doing it. And they have a couple of pieces that are going to have a bright future at the next level, specifically in Jared Corey and Trevor Maislick.
Yeah, there's no question about it, and they've really have a lot of players to be excited about going forward, and that's what this level is. And we got to talk to both head coaches at the varsity level, talking about just that, building the foundation and trying to get something really developed for your program. And this is where it begins. I mean, it begins even younger at the Pee-wee level, but it really is manufactured and manifest at tonight here at the junior high level. And as these 8th graders graduate to the varsity level, they're already in the system. They know what to expect. And we can see that here tonight in a very impressive win as a Lancer team that stayed undefeated here tonight. We got a couple awards to give away here tonight. First, we'll give away the Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game Award, and that will go to Nick Wozniak, who returned that touchdown on that fumble recovery that went about 75 yards for the touchdown. Maley Chiropractic is proud to present tonight's Play of the Game Award to Nick Wozniak of Neshannock. Maley Chiropractic and the Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Nick tonight with tonight's Play of the Game. He'll receive a customized t-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of tonight's Play of the Game. To view tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game and a full list of this season's top plays, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on Play of the Game. Congratulations again to Nick Wozniak. Tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game. And tonight's MVP Insurance MVP of the Game Award will go to Trevor Maislick, the running back who scored a couple touchdowns here tonight and led this offense for Neshannock here tonight. MVP Insurance is proud to present the MVP of the game to Trevor Maislick, as MVP Insurance and Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Trevor here tonight with the MVP of the game, and he'll receive a customized t-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of tonight's MVP of the game. To view a full list of this year's game MVPs, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on MVP of the game. Congratulations again to Trevor Maislick, tonight's MVP of the game. Call MVP for the win.
Yeah, just an excellent performance by this team, and like we said, time after time, future's bright for them tonight. They get to see their older mates do it on the football field Friday night when these two teams tangle for the 27th.
Yeah, looking forward to it on Friday night. You and I will be there in Laurel. We'll just change venues for that game. We'll see the top teams in the Big 7 battle it out one more time. Else along the our nut, I can't forget you, Mr. Pistachio, as we get ready for tonight's game. As for Eric Thomas, I'm Tim Compton, wishing you a wonderful good evening. We'll see you again on Friday night from Laurel, and Wolf and Neshannock will battle out for the conference title. Have a great night, everybody.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.